What's up, family? Today we need to talk about some new changes to the SNAP food stamp benefits, and this is going to be affecting all 50 states, and I want to share it with you in just a moment. But starting off, guys, did you see what happened yesterday when a tornado in Iowa ended up tearing up everything in its path? Yes, in this article they are talking about apocalyptic tornado tears up a city in Iowa, specifically Greenfield, Iowa, which a tornado battered the area on Tuesday evening, while videos were captured of the wreckage, including nearly flattened homes. Check this video out right here, guys, where you can see the tragedy in which this tornado ended up tearing up Greenfield, Iowa area. Some of these homes were still left up, but then some of them were completely flattened. As you can see, this is a video showing of what was going on when the tornado was actually hitting the particular area. We definitely want to be mindful of them in that area because we know this is a tornado season. We just saw a few days ago where a tornado ended up striking in the downtown area of Houston, Texas, in which it ended up leveling trees, a few homes as well, and 4 people ended up dying as well. So anyways, in regards to this particular area in Iowa, we definitely want to keep those individuals that were affected by this, keep them in our prayers. In the meantime, luckily, so far we haven't heard of any casualties, so that is definitely an awesome thing. But until then, guys, we definitely want to keep those lifted up in our prayers. Moving on, guys, because of these tornadoes as well as other types of natural disasters, we do have some information in regards to the home insurance. Yes, it is about to go up once again. In this particular article, it talks about a map that they are showing in just a moment, which is telling us that they are expecting specific states to see an increase in the home insurance prices. If we scroll down here, guys, we can see specifically where it says that this year's hurricane season is set to jack up home insurance prices significantly in several states, according to the latest report. Now, a new Insurify report found that 5 to 8 hurricane impacts could shift home insurance costs in the states such as Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and New York. Already, Florida is seeing hurricane damage claims contribute to an average home insurance cost of around $11,000, while the insurance cost in somewhere like Louisiana is somewhere around $6,000. Myself, I live in Texas, and insurance for my own personal home is around under between $3,000 and $4,000 per year. So you obviously can see the large increase in these particular areas. And I do want to go ahead and show you just real quick the map right here. You can see that it's pretty much the East Coast areas in which were pretty much the hurricanes end up striking, if you will. So it didn't necessarily list out the particular pathway in regards to tornadoes, but specifically this article is talking about the insurance rate hikes due to hurricanes. So if you live in one of those areas, you obviously are pretty much aware of the increase in the prices, and I just wanted to share that with you real quick. But anyways, guys, moving on, let's go ahead and talk about the SNAP food stamp benefits. Specifically, we first want to talk about the state of Tennessee, which we just found words that they are planning on splitting up their benefits for the month of June. They want to split them up in 2 particular payments instead of just 1 payment. Now, this article came out just a few days ago, but it says that it is a response in regards to the May issuance payment that occurred on April the 20th. The Tennessee Department of Human Services announced today that the June benefits payments will be split into 2 payments for customers who received their May benefits early and participated in the SNAP program. This is a one-time schedule adjustment for the month of June and benefits only to ensure Tennessee families receive the necessary assistance following the early issuance payments for the May benefits. And yes, the first benefits distribution for the month of June will take place on May the 24th. That is in a few days, guys. And then the second benefit distribution will take place in June on the standard monthly distribution date. You already have that information, but according to the Health Service Department. They are in compliance with the United States Department of Agriculture. USDA Food and Nutrition Service is required to notify all customers of this change, even if it does not affect them directly. So anyways, guys, regular deposit schedules will resume the following month of July. So you need to be mindful of that, just in case when you receive that first payment on May the 24th, whether it is half of the normal amount. Don't be alarmed, guys. This is just the first installment. The rest of it is going to come on its normal day, and this is only for the month of June in the state of Tennessee. Be mindful of that. I definitely wanted to share that with you. You probably, if you live in Tennessee, you probably already received notification of this change, that they are splitting up your benefits on your EBT card. So definitely want to be on the lookout for that. But in regards to some new changes that is going on right now with these SNAP benefits, definitely want to talk about that real quick on this video. The first article is talking about the change is bringing a little bit of backlash in regards to the Republicans. And yes, you can see that this came out on May the 21st. So this is definitely fresh right here. It says that major changes are on the way for SNAP benefit recipients under a new proposed rule that will soon impact all 50 states. According to the chair of the House Committee on Agriculture, which oversees the SNAP program, they are saying that they are shocked right now at the backlash that he's faced after the proposing changes to the SNAP program. A committee chairman, Republican Representative Glenn G.T. Thompson of Pennsylvania, will lead the lower chamber's efforts in drafting the new farm bill. We've heard about this before, and it is still trying to get enough votes to pass. But anyways, the comprehensive spending package passed every 5 to 6 years that directs the USDA policy. A markup of the House draft of this particular bill is scheduled for this Thursday, so in a couple of days. But anyways, this draft, the cost of SNAP would be reduced by $30 billion over the span of 10 years, and preventing the USDA from updating the cost of the Thrifty Food Plan, which is outside of the adjustments for inflation. But anyways, it does determine how much money will be sent out through the SNAP benefits program. And opponents of these particular changes say that this amounts to a cut that will prevent hungry families from affording the essentials for a healthy diet, arguing that the new USDA restrictions would prevent SNAP from accounting for shifting eating habits and developments in nutrition science. But anyways, on the flip side, some other people are saying that they are being misled, and maybe some of them that are saying that things are still not clear. Also, some others are saying that perhaps they are lying in regards to the political purpose of this particular change. But anyways, that is one particular change that is on the table right now. Sometimes it necessarily doesn't affect everyone, but it can affect some individuals because yes, them lowering these amount of benefits that is going out, obviously that is the reason for some people giving a little bit of backlash in regards to this particular change. Now, in regards to another change for the SNAPs program, this is what we can expect to see this year, 2024. Yes, like I just told you about the farm bill. Yes, it could bring changes very, very soon. As you can see in this article, it says that SNAP benefit changes for 2024. What is the new bill that could change your food stamps very, very soon? Now, again, we all know what the SNAP food stamps program is, so I don't need to go over that right now. But SNAP benefits, guys, could undergo significant changes from this year into the next year after the Senate Agriculture Committee Chairwoman Debbie Stabenow introduced a Rural Prosperity and Food Security Act of 2024. Now, this legislation aims to safeguard the current conservation and climate funding provided by the Inflation Reduction Act that was signed by President Biden, which does affect the SNAP program. However, the Republican draft of the law is approved. The popular food stamps program might experience some adjustments, including some cuts to the monthly benefits. Let's talk about it right here, where it says that the potential impact of these changes is very, very substantial. The program could face $30 billion in cuts over the next decade, including freezing adjustments for food inflation, could result in the average household losing about $7 on a monthly basis in their benefits. Currently, over 41 million Americans across the 50 states receive SNAP benefits, costing the federal government at least $7 billion per month. Now, given the 1.9% increase in the federal budget for 2023, amounting to approximately around $19 million, any reductions in SNAP benefits will have a significant impact on recipients and the national budget. Obviously, guys, we already know that, but let's go ahead and discuss specifically what these particular changes may be so you can know what to expect. But again, this particular bill, the previous article we talked about was in regards to the Farm Bill, but this other bill is called the Rural Prosperity and Food Security Act of 2024, and it is proposing several changes to SNAP. But anyways, guys, key proposals include promoting more equitable food and agricultural systems, addressing conservation and climate issues impacting food security, strengthening public-private partnerships for agricultural research, investing in local farming communities and markets to improve the supply chain access, which we experienced a major issue with the supply chain during the pandemic. You guys already know what I'm talking about. That was insane. But anyways, this particular act also aims to make crop insurance more affordable without affecting commodity prices and to enhance land access and credit the availability. A lot of local communities are now looking towards local farming to provide their food, chicken, things of that sort, so they can get it locally and it could be more fresh versus getting it from another state far away on the East Coast or the West Coast and then sending it down to the Midwestern area. So that has been helping out a lot, especially for consumers to get the food a little bit cheaper, as well as more quality of food that can potentially last a little bit longer so that it doesn't spoil or go bad quickly. But anyway, some of the other changes to the SNAP within the legislation include excluding military basic allowance for housing from SNAP income calculations, also waiving college restrictions for individuals under the age of 24 years old who have aged out of the foster care system, as well as excluding income from employment and training programs from the SNAP eligibility considerations. Additionally, some of the other proposals are seeking to restore SNAP benefits for drug felony convicts, allowing them to apply 30 days before they are released from prison. This would also include Puerto Rico in the SNAP benefits program and increase funding for SNAP education. We all know that sometimes the education surrounding the SNAP food stamps program is a little bit convoluted and a little bit confusing for some individuals. So for this particular reason, they want to provide some additional SNAP education, maybe come out with some pamphlets or some documentation, or have some videos where people can tune in and watch that information to see how it can affect them and their family. So a lot of different changes coming out of this particular new legislation, the Rural Prosperity and Food Security Act of 2024. So again, guys, like I said, we have a few changes that are on the horizon. One coming from the Farm Bill, as well as coming from this particular Rural Prosperity Bill. So anyways, both of those are still in limbo right now. They're still not necessarily ready to be passed at this time. But again, just wanted to give you a high level view of what those changes could look like. Now, you will have to make that decision on whether or not they will affect you or your family members or someone you know as well, guys. Also, don't forget about that, sharing this video with someone else, sharing it on your social media accounts. I would definitely appreciate that. Thank you as always. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this, guys, on these particular changes. Also, don't forget about those split payments that is coming for Tennessee, 2 different payments. So don't get alarmed when your first payment on your EBT card is pretty much half of what you normally receive. So definitely be mindful of that. Outside of all that, guys, make sure that you hit the like button on this video. I really appreciate it. And then always, if you haven't already, please take the time to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps us grow on YouTube. But outside of all of that, I hope to see you on the next video.